Hi everyone, so this is the Workshop 3.1 CFD Design Modeler Geometry Cleanup and Repair for ENG 668 or 685. So again, what you'll need to do is make sure you have all the files downloaded from Moodle, and the file today that we're going to be looking for is the Turbo Cleanup. So if you drag and drop a geometry, now what we want to do is right click New Design Modeler Geometry. And here, File, Import, and it's the Turbocharger Tutorial XT. Open, make sure it's on the XY plane, and add as frozen. Those are the key operations. Press Generate, and you can see that it's come through all the way, ready for us to look at what's needed. So make sure our units are in millimeters, and also our degrees are in degrees. Okay, so that's good. And if you can open up the parts, what you'll see is solid 1, 2, 3, 4, surface 1, solid 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you've got surface 2 as well. So there's a total of 10 bodies, 8 are solid and 2 are surfaces. Names can be seen on the workshop as well. So turn off frozen body transparency to view imported bodies as opaque. So again, here you can go to the view, and in there where it says frozen body transparency, so click on this, and here make sure that everything else is done. So shaded exterior, cross selection alignment, ruler, and trad. Okay, so now we've got this. See it as a solid body, and we can see it as different colors. And the edges, so to see any issues with the geometry, change the edge coloring. So again here, we can look at the connections depending on what's happening to the edges. So here it's very simple. You've got this tool up here looking at the edges. Click on that, click by connection, and you can see what it's showing you here. So if there's any single edge connection, it means the geometry to open and not solid bodies. So here it means that this is not a solid body, and we need to fix this either to move on. So what we want to do is we're going to use a body operation to connect this surface to this surface. So create body operation, and in the type here is, you can see that it's on the SU. And what we want to do is we want to be able to select the two surfaces. So here, select surface 1, and by pressing Control, you can select surface 2. And what we want to do is press Apply. Now, moving on to the next one, we want to do is, you've got the SU, you've got the two bodies, create solid, no, and if here now, press Generate, we can see that it's connected those, but there's still one surface left on here, which we need to fix. So if you turn it around, you can see that it's got a bit of a gap missing on the bottom. So what we want to do here is we're going to use the tool function. So go to tools, and in the tools we've got the function called surface patch. So click on the surface patch, and what we want to do is we want to patch the edges. So it's very important that the edge tool is selected, which it automatically is. And here you can see that it's already red and it's fixed those. So again here, just select those 4 edges once it's selected, and then just generate. And you can see now it's fixed, and you see that it's created a patch automatically. Now it's still a surface, so what we want to do now is go to create body operation, and we're going to use the SU again, and the bodies here that we now want to select. So SU type, select the surface body, so here, that one there, apply, create solid, this time yes, and then if we now press generate, you can see now that that surface 1 has become a body. You can see that there, and we can change that to body 9. Or if we want, call it solid 9. So solid 9. Okay, so just to recap again: tools, repairs, repair hard edges. Select this one to all bodies, and now find faults now. Select yes, and it will highlight and show you where the actual hard edge is. So once it's zoomed in, turn on the shaded exterior for edge to view better view. So views, shaded exterior, so we can see exactly where the hard edge is, and then click generate because it will edge delete, and there we go, and it's got rid of that hard edge that we don't need. Now the next thing that we're going to do is search for any silver faces for the model to clean it. So again, repair silvers, so tools, repair, and here is repair silvers. All body is selected. Now the limit, so there's a silver width limit and max limit. What we want to do is leave the minimum limit to 0, max limit put to 0.5, and once we've done that, press yes on here, and you can see that it's automatically shown where it is. Again, you can go to the view, shaded exterior, and it will show you exactly where the problem lies within your actual model. And then here, if you then press generate, it will get rid of that issue that's associated with that part. So once that's been removed, what we can now do is search for any sort of small edges in the model. I'm going to use a small entity search. So again here, if you go to the tools, and in the analysis tools, what we're going to do is click on this, and again it's got the distance finder, but what we're looking for is the small entity search. And once we've done that, again here is we're looking for the free bodies, so entity set, apply. What we want to do is small for small faces, make sure that that's selected as no, yes, all edges, 3 millimeters. The check for silvers, check for spikes, check for interval voids are all no. The go is yes, so set go to yes. Okay, so you can see the small shortest edge, edge 1, is being found, and it will show you that that's the smallest edge that's been found. Click edge 1 to highlight in a graphic view, so you can click on that and you'll see that it highlights where it is. So what we want to do is we want to remove that. So this model can be removed by merging into the adjacent edge. The two edges are shown in the image. So you can zoom in and look at where that edge is. So you've got this edge and you've got the second edge moving along next to it, along there. I mean, you can look at it as a wireframe, probably. You can see it a little bit more better connected to there. So what we want to do is merge two edges. So go to main menu, tools, merge, edges, select that one as well, apply, and then generate, and now you can see it's one edge, and get rid of that tiny little edge. And that can sometimes cause problems in the ANSYS meshing side of things. So there are gaps and intersections between the two different solid parts of the external CAD, which what we can find and see. So if we click on the line, view, shade exterior, okay, so let's click on this, and then if I just cut this through here, we should be able to see where those problems lie. So you can see it's got a bit of a gap between there and there, which we're going to be looking at repairing. Okay, so what we're going to do is to activate the beta option, go to the workshop schematic page. So here, if we go to the workshop schematic page, go to tools, options, and the options here go to appearance from the tree. And in the appearance, what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the beta option, press OK. And once that's done, it basically features the design such as a body clash detection and solid extension. So what we want to do is go back. So once you turn on beta option, you can now use the body clash. So go back to the main menu in DesignModeler, and the main menu goes to Tools Analysis. So Analysis Tools and Interference Detection Beta, and that's what we need to do. So click on that. Click on All Bodies. And then what we want to do is go to make sure that it's on search criteria is on all, and then once we press yes, it will then give you loads of results on the bottom where we can see what's happening. And again, if you switch to get rid of this and go to view wireframe and look at the various geometry intersections, so you can see where it's all being connected, and it's got some intersection problems. Okay, so bringing all the compressor casing, just moving casing may solve the problem, and what we want to do is having a look at that. So we look at the overlap. So compressor, so both a shaded view. So view, shaded view, exterior. What we're going to do is measure the two different faces between each one. So hide all of the bodies except the two bodies that we can see on your workshop. And so, for example, if I select click on here, click on bodies, don't need this one, hide body, hide body, hide body, and we can see that these are the two bodies that we need. Find. Okay, so hide all the bodies, the two bodies, measure the distance between the two faces, face 1 and face 2 shown in the image. So here we can Okay, so what we need to do now is use the measuring tool to look at the distance between the two faces. So again, here, tools, analysis tools, distance finder, make sure the face tool selection is selected. Now if you select this, it gives you 4 faces, and what we're looking for here is the first face is going to be the second one, where it's overlapped. Press apply, and again here, click on this one, click on the first, second, and third, fourth. Oh, it's not that one there. It's that face there. You can see that it's overlapped. Press apply, and it gives you a value of 9mm. So what we need to do now is we need to move the geometry by 9mm. So compressor casing should be moved into the X direction by 9mm. So that's what we need to do. So make the third body visible. You can do the translate operation, create body transformation. So what we want to do is zoom out a little bit, and we then look for our body, which is this one here. So show this body, and you can see that there's a bit of a gap between these two. So what we want to do is move this one 9mm along there. So create body, translate this, apply. Now here you can select the x-axis. So here what we can do is very simply select an edge of some form. This way, apply, and by 9mm. Okay, and press generate. You see that that's come in there by 9mm, and that looks good. So once we generate that, it's all moved in. There's no more small gap there. We can now look at removing some of the small gaps between the center housing and the turbine housing. So again, what we need to do is use the distance finder. It's a gap of 2mm. So well, we use the extrude to close this face by extruding face 1, highlighted in the image on the workshop. So again, here what we're looking for is this section here. We hide this one and this one. We can then see this surface up here. And what we want to do is we want to extrude this one by 2mm. So okay, extrude, apply. We want to add it as frozen. Distance, if we just select this one here, select the direction the other way, and press apply, put 2mm, and press generate. So it creates a bit of a sliver there for us. So once we got this step here, what we want to do is we want to use a boolean to unite the operation. So create boolean unite this one with this one, apply, generate, and that becomes one part again. So what we want to do now is, for the CFD simulation threads on the bolt, is least important feature, so we can remove the bolt side of things. So it's going to use the face delete. So hide all the other bodies above the bolt to view the body as shown. So there's going to be a few sections where there's bolts. Okay, so we've got this one here, which is the main one that's going all the way through. Okay, and what we want to do here is we're going to use the main menu create, delete, and stitch to face selection mode and selection 3 faces. So what we're going to do is go to main menu, create, delete face, delete, zoom into this section here, and it may be best to put it in the Z. And what we want to do here is make sure that we select all the right faces. There should be 3 faces in total. Okay, so you can see there's one just here. Okay, so 3 faces. Healing, what we want is the natural healing turned on. So healing method is automatic, and press generate, it will get rid of those. And they're not needed for the CFD, so it's just a quick way of healing that surface. So once we now turn on the others, you'll be able to see that the threads are not on there. Do we have the nut? Yep, so you can see the nut that's on there, and it's not necessary now. So creating capping surfaces. So again here what we want to do is extract the fluid volume, so show all bodies. Remember the CFD is looking for the inner volume of where the fluid is going, and this model here is an FEA model, so it's the outer structure. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the flow volume extraction. We need to close the openings such as inlets and outlets, so we have to create surfaces to close. So what we can do is we can continue to create 4 capping surfaces by selecting the edge loops to close. So we will use the surface from edges to create these. So concept, surfaces from edges, and what we want to do is we're going to select this one here. So there's quite a few. So this one here is what we want to do, is the inner one there. Press Control, inner one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 edges. So that's pretty much everything that's closing this model. Apply, press generate, and it creates these surfaces. So once it's created those surfaces, what we want to do is we want to go fill by caps in the fluid section. So go to main menu, tools, and we've got the fill function here. And here what we're going to do is by caps. Okay, for extraction type, keep all the other bodies, so keep all that fine. And what we want to do is press generate. Okay, you may get an issue here, which is basically saying that the ANSYS license has stopped working. So it's fine, not a problem. We should be able to still move on from that section. Yeah, not a problem.